my God. We're about to cross most of the entire North Island of New Zealand by train. We're traveling from the country's largest city, Auckland, to the capital, Wellington. It's a 648-kilometer scenic journey through the central farmland of the North Island. You see volcanoes, amazing landscapes. You may even think you're in Middle-earth for a while. The Lord of the Rings volcano! You also cross what's described as engineering masterpieces. The train is going in a spiral. Along this video, we'll show you the views, share our experience, and how much all this cost. Hello, good morning.
We are running away to where? You two to get that one?
Yes. Here's the train. Look at that. Great Journeys of New Zealand. Those are our bags.
Hey, these are your seat numbers and card D. Thank you. Thank you.
Card D, this is us. Oh, look at that.
Look how big those windows are.
And they have also on the ceiling. Did you see it? This train leaves very early at 7:45. We got here before 7. This is the only time. But as you arrive here this early, look at the sunrise. How beautiful.
Hola!
You know what's great here? Everyone here is a tourist, so everybody's taking pictures all over. We don't feel so awkward vlogging in a train. Look at the view of the city. Now, I don't think this is a regular train station here in Auckland. As we arrived, it only said like Great Journeys of New Zealand. So I think they probably only have these tourist trains, maybe not the regular service. If you're from New Zealand, let me know. See, this is the station here, Strand. This route even has a name here in New Zealand, Northern Explorer.
Just so you know, when I booked this flight, yeah.
It's too early, huh?
Yes. Just so you know, when I booked this train, the previous one was all booked. The next one is all booked. The next 5 are all booked.
Wow.
Yeah. So I got lucky.
You need to plan early then.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying.
It is a long train, you know? It is very interesting that it gets sold out. Look at this car over here, totally open. So if you don't get a nice view on the side that you are, you can just come back here and see. Wow, this is so cool. We're car D over here. What's the next car?
B.
No,
C.
look. What's the next
Cafe.
car? It's the food.
It's the C car, cafe.
Did you specifically choose this
Yes,
seat?
I had to be so close. I need my coffee in the morning. Oh, by the way, we're leaving at what time? 7:45.
We didn't have breakfast.
Or coffee.
Been blessed, prayed up, amen. Now I'm getting to this money like a paper route kid. Extra, extra, read all about it.
Happy now?
Extra, extra, read all about it. Extra, extra.
They have hot chocolate too.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Pereira, please welcome you aboard the Explorer service to Wellington. If you need any assistance during the journey, please don't hesitate to contact us. One last thing that you might ask is this: do we have Wi-Fi? We don't have Wi-Fi, we don't need it.
So beautiful. That is so cool that they have these monitors showing the route and where you are. Look at that, just getting started. Departed right on time. And you see this here? They give you headsets because there's commentary along the route. They explain what you're seeing. The seat doesn't recline, but this is not a trip for you to sleep, huh?
Why not?
Come on, we're here for the scenery.
Cozy order.
This is one of those trips you go for the journey. This is not a high-speed train. How long it's gonna take?
11 hours. Yeah.
I think it's 12 hours. But you know, it's the best way to see the countryside of New Zealand. This is a place that is famous for nature. What did you think of the open car?
Hurricane.
It's a lot of wind, huh?
That's nice. It's warm.
It's very warm now.
Yeah.
Oh, when I was there, it was so cold. This is Hamilton, New Zealand's 5th largest city. It took us almost 2.5 hours to get here. From here on, the journey becomes really spectacular. We cross 5 unique regions of the North Island. It's a volcano, actually all over.
So interesting.
Soon enough, the open-air carriage starts getting busy. Gordon! You can get ice cream in the train.
Anything else?
Here's the dining car. It's rather small, not many places. Angus steak and cheese pie.
Just eat it with your hand.
I heard that meat pies are very traditional in New Zealand, and the train meat pie was surprisingly good. Something very interesting just happened. I was getting food and we're in the mountains, which means there's no cell phone signal at all. Which also means the credit card machine doesn't work. But they're very nice here. What they do is that they open a tab for you and you could just pay later when the signal's back.
Almost 5 hours.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's interesting how silent the train is, right? The engine is silent here, in the cars, everything is silent.
Except the Nata, Palamoto.
Take us just over a quarter of an hour to climb up the spiral. Moving International Park Station. We'll be at 348 kilometres from Wellington, nearly halfway on our journey.
The train is going in a spiral. This is the spiral he mentioned. It's considered a major feat of engineering from 1898, created for the train to ascend 139 meters in the quickest way possible without viaducts or extensive tunnels. Here's the easiest car. Both of us find a crash here this year. Look at how spacious the train is. Look at this. It's, even for Gordon, we're both tall and it feels very comfortable. And if you're in a larger group, you can get these seats. There are 2 USB ports here. Charge your phone.
Right here, 3 volcanic mountains. You should start being able to see them off in the distance.
Waimarino National Park, 825 meters above sea level. Remember that we came from sea level. This is actually the highest urban township in New Zealand. People living here looks like they're going for an adventure. In fact, this is the departing point to explore the 3 most famous mountains in the North Island Central Plateau. They're all volcanoes. This one, that I won't dare pronounce the name, was the imposing Mount Doom in the Lord of the Rings movies.
Mount Doom, where the ring was forged, the one place it could be destroyed.
The train goes around the volcanoes, so if you miss the first pictures, don't worry. You have great views for a long time. How good is that? Another highlight of the trip is the view from the viaducts. You cross 3 major ones. Oh, that's so cool. This is the first. And when you think you're not gonna see the volcanoes again, we left a camera on the window during the whole trip, and with this time lapse, it's possible to see the turns very clearly. Now it's time to say goodbye to them. The interior of the country is mainly populated by sheep. Decades ago, New Zealand had 22 sheep for every person. Today it's less than 5 to 1, but as a foreigner, the impression is that they're everywhere. The sheep are the cutest, huh?
Turn off the phone, I will listen to you.
On this trip, you go from sea level to sea level. But the North Island of New Zealand has a spine of mountain ranges running through the middle. That's why the scenery is fantastic. So it's a good idea to monitor when is the right time for a break, to avoid missing any of the highlights. And it looks like I just found the perfect moment for a bathroom tour. Let me show you the toilet. Look at this, it's very clean, very nice. More spacious than an airplane. There's also an accessible toilet here. Look at how big this is, very spacious, very nice.
Some great scenery coming up as we head straight towards Marsden from here. And I can just get you one of my favourite parts of the main truck line. So 5 viaducts over the next half an hour.
Oh my God! This river with the steep cliffs is also featured in Lord of the Rings. Sometimes you don't even know where to look.
Yeah, something ain't right. Oh, something ain't right.
On the last leg of the trip, the mountains almost disappear and you start seeing houses again.
You straighten my shirt, wearing the skirt that my mother gave to you.
And you also see agriculture again. The high plain around the volcanoes is considered a desert. Despite a lot of rain, the soil has poor quality.
Turn off the lights, the stars in the sky are turning so clear. Without the words, feelings unheard can still be just as sincere.
We're now so close that you can even see New Zealand's South Island. Wellington is known as the Wind City, and it shows.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Wellington. Well, Nicholson to Wellington Harbour on our left-hand side, the city skyline coming into view soon. We're arriving on the platform of Wellington railway station in a few minutes.
The entire trip was so beautiful.
Take time there, identify your luggage, certainly do not want to get home or to your hotel to find you've got somebody else's toothpaste. You might not like the flavour.
Wow, I thought I'd just sit down and relax for 11, 12 hours. Not at all, it was a very active trip for me. I spent a lot of the time in the open air carriage because everything is so beautiful and you feel like taking pictures and videos of everything. You can do that if you want, but you can also enjoy everything from your seat. A lot of people did that. In total, both Gordon and I were right about the time. It took 11 and a half hours to go from Auckland to Wellington. You'd go faster by car, but no one drives straight through, You'd most likely make a few stops, and the time would probably end up the same. At some point there, he said, we're halfway through, and for me, it had been just 2 hours, I was having so much fun. Now, while I'm here talking to you, he's over there waiting for our luggage. Yeah, a lot of people, but everything is well organized. Along the way, you see a lot of farms, and it is so cute to see the behavior of the animals. The cows don't even care, the train passes, they don't care. The sheep, they freak out, they start running away all over. It is really cute. And the countryside is really sparsely populated. When you finally see a town or you see people, they wave. It's like they're all happy for seeing the train. Now you may wonder, how much does a trip like this cost? Prices vary between $199 and $249 New Zealand dollars. It's more expensive during summer. They also allow stopovers for $10 per person. Wellington Station is centrally located. We could walk to our hotel. Now here's the question. Would you do it again?
Absolutely.
Maybe the South Island this time.
Or over the Alps.